Imagine yourself in a high-stakes situation. Your heart is racing, your mind is spinning, and everyone around you is waiting for your next move. This is when true leadership and personal mastery reveal themselves, not in moments of ease, but in moments of pressure. Acting calm under pressure is not about suppressing your emotions or pretending everything is fine. It's about consciously choosing your response when chaos surrounds you. The first step is understanding the power of your mindset. Your brain reacts to perceived threats automatically, triggering stress and fear. But the key lies in pausing before you respond. Even a brief moment of reflection allows you to regain control. You must train your mind to focus on the solution rather than the problem. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to move forward? That simple question shifts your brain from panic mode to problem-solving mode. Next, recognize the role of preparation. Calmness is rarely spontaneous. It is built through practice. Athletes, pilots, and surgeons rehearse under simulated pressure to make their responses automatic. You can do the same. Visualize high-pressure scenarios, imagine how you would react, and practice those reactions. When real pressure hits, your brain recalls these rehearsals, allowing you to act with clarity and composure. Breathing is another essential tool. It sounds simple, but deep, intentional breaths regulate your nervous system. When anxiety spikes, slow breaths signal your body that you are safe and in control. Combine this with a clear focus on your objectives, and you create a mental space where rational thought can flourish even when everything around you feels turbulent. Communication under pressure is equally vital. Calm people inspire confidence. Your tone, pace, and word choice influence not only your actions, but the reactions of others. Speak deliberately, listen actively, and maintain composure. Others often mirror your energy. When you act calm, you elevate the collective mindset, allowing teams to navigate challenges efficiently. Finally, embrace the growth mindset. Pressure is an opportunity to learn, to refine your skills, and to prove to yourself that you can handle more than you ever imagined. Every stressful encounter becomes a training ground. Reflect afterward, what worked, what didn't, and how can you improve next time. Over time, these moments build resilience, and calmness under pressure becomes your default state rather than an aspiration. Mastering calm under pressure is not about perfection, it is about choice. It is the conscious decision to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. By practicing self-awareness, preparation, mindful breathing, effective communication, and continuous learning, you develop the ability to navigate chaos with clarity and confidence. And when you consistently act calm under pressure, you not only perform better, you inspire others to do the same. Fact keynotes of the speech Mindset Matters pause and shift focus from panic to problem solving in high-pressure moments. Preparation builds calm, rehearse, and visualize stressful situations to create automatic, composed responses. Breathing regulates emotions. Use intentional breathing to control your nervous system and maintain clarity. Calm communication influences others. Your composure directly affects how others respond in tense situations. Pressure is growth. View stressful moments as opportunities to learn, improve, and build resilience. Mindset is the foundation of acting calm under pressure. It is the lens through which you interpret every challenge, every unexpected obstacle, and every high-stakes situation. When pressure mounts, the natural instinct of the human brain is to react instinctively, fight, flight, or freeze. Your heart races, your thoughts spiral, and your body prepares for immediate action. But the key difference between someone who crumbles under pressure and someone who thrives is not intelligence, skill, or experience. It is mindset. How you choose to see the situation, how you frame it internally, determines your ability to respond with clarity rather than chaos. Acting calm under pressure begins with a conscious awareness of your mental state and the deliberate choice to guide it. Developing this mindset starts with recognizing that pressure is inevitable. Life will always present unexpected challenges, whether in your professional career, personal life, or in critical moments that require decisive action. Resistance to this reality creates tension and anxiety. Acceptance, on the other hand, brings clarity. When you acknowledge that pressure is part of the process, you remove the surprise element and allow yourself to respond thoughtfully. This does not mean being passive or indifferent. It means observing your own reactions without judgment and choosing the response that serves your objective rather than your emotions. A crucial element of cultivating the right mindset is reframing stress. The human brain perceives stress as a threat, triggering a flood of hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones heighten alertness but can also cloud judgment if left unchecked. By consciously reframing stress as a signal that your body is preparing you to rise to the challenge, you can transform fear into focus. Instead of thinking, I can't handle this, the thought shifts to, this is an opportunity to demonstrate skill and resilience. This simple mental adjustment reduces panic and primes your brain for problem solving instead of panic-driven reaction. Another powerful strategy is self-talk. The way you speak to yourself internally has a direct impact on your physiological and emotional state. Under pressure, negative self-talk magnifies tension. I'm not ready. I'm going to fail. I can't handle this. In contrast, positive and constructive self-talk encourages composure. I've faced challenges before and handled them. I can break this into manageable steps. I am capable of responding effectively. By consistently practicing empowering self-talk, you build mental resilience and reinforce the belief that you can remain calm, even when circumstances are overwhelming. Visualization also plays a vital role in shaping mindset under pressure. High-performing individuals often rehearse mentally before entering challenging situations. They imagine the stress, the reactions of others, and the sequence of events, while envisioning themselves responding with poise and confidence. When the actual moment arrives, their brain recalls these rehearsals, creating a sense of familiarity and control. This reduces uncertainty and helps maintain calmness, because the mind interprets the scenario not as a threatening unknown, but as a rehearsed, manageable experience. Equally important is the ability to focus on what is within your control. Pressure often feels overwhelming because we fixate on variables we cannot influence, other people's actions, unexpected outcomes, or the chaos of the environment. By narrowing your attention to your own choices, your own actions, and your own mindset, you regain a sense of agency. This shift from external worry to internal control is at the heart of acting calm under pressure. The mind is freed from the trap of helplessness and can direct energy toward constructive problem solving. Finally, mindset under pressure is strengthened through repetition and reflection. Every stressful encounter, when approached consciously, becomes an opportunity to train your mind. After each high-pressure experience, pause and reflect. How did you react? Where did fear or impatience influence your behavior? Where did calmness and clarity emerge? This reflection reinforces learning, gradually rewiring your brain to respond with composure as a default mode rather than an exception. In essence, mindset is the silent power behind calmness under pressure. It is a choice, a discipline, and a skill that can be cultivated. By accepting pressure as inevitable, reframing stress as an opportunity, practicing empowering self-talk, visualizing successful responses, focusing on controllable actions, and reflecting on experiences, you create a mental environment where calmness is natural, consistent, and effective. Those who master this mindset do not simply survive under pressure, they thrive, lead, and inspire others through their composed presence. Preparation is the hidden engine behind calmness under pressure. It is the reason why some people appear composed even in the most chaotic moments, while others seem to crumble at the first sign of stress. Calmness is rarely a spontaneous occurrence. It is cultivated through deliberate planning, consistent practice, and mental rehearsal. When you prepare effectively, you are not just ready to respond, you are ready to respond with clarity, confidence, and control. The essence of preparation is creating familiarity in situations that are inherently unpredictable. By reducing the unknowns, you reduce the instinctive fear that pressure generates, allowing your mind and body to focus on solutions rather than panic. The first element of preparation is knowledge. The more you understand the situation you may face, the more control you have over your response. This involves researching, analyzing, and anticipating potential challenges. For example, a public speaker prepares by knowing their material, understanding the audience, and anticipating difficult questions. A leader preparing for a high-stakes negotiation studies the facts, considers possible objections, and develops strategic responses. Preparation transforms uncertainty into a structured environment where your mind can operate optimally even when external circumstances are stressful. Repetition is another critical aspect. Repeated exposure to potential high-pressure scenarios trains the mind to respond automatically. Athletes run drills hundreds of times so that their bodies instinctively execute precise movements under pressure. Surgeons practice procedures repeatedly so that every motion becomes second nature, even when complications arise. Similarly, in everyday life, rehearsing responses to challenging conversations, tight deadlines, or unexpected crises builds mental muscle. When the moment arrives, your brain recalls these rehearsals, and your actions flow naturally, leaving little room for panic or hesitation. This is why preparation is directly correlated with calmness. Confidence is born from familiarity, and familiarity comes from consistent practice. Visualization is a technique that bridges preparation with mental readiness. By mentally simulating high-pressure situations, you familiarize yourself with stress without actually experiencing harm. Imagine the moment in detail, the environment, the people involved, the potential obstacles, and picture yourself responding with composure and effectiveness. This mental rehearsal activates neural pathways in your brain, similar to the way physical practice does. When the real situation unfolds, your mind and body recognize it as something familiar rather than foreign, which dramatically reduces anxiety and allows calm, rational action to take precedence. Preparation also extends to contingency planning. Pressure often escalates when unexpected events occur. By thinking ahead and developing backup plans, you create a sense of security that mitigates the fear of the unknown. Knowing that there is a path forward no matter what happens frees your mind to remain composed rather than being hijacked by panic. This proactive approach transforms pressure from a source of paralysis into a platform for decisive action. Another essential component of preparation is physical readiness. The state of your body affects the state of your mind. Adequate sleep, proper nutrition, and regular exercise build resilience to stress and improve focus. When the body is prepared, the nervous system handles pressure more efficiently, preventing overreaction and helping maintain a calm demeanor. Even simple rituals like deep breathing exercises or stretching before a stressful event prime your body for composure and clear thinking. Finally, preparation includes mental commitment and intention. It is not enough to know and rehearse. You must also consciously decide that no matter what happens, you will act with calm and purpose. This internal commitment reinforces your mental pathways and strengthens your ability to maintain composure under pressure. Every experience, every rehearsal, and every visualization compounds over time, making calmness a default response rather than an aspirational state. Preparation is the bridge between fear and confidence. It allows you to step into any high pressure situation with the assurance that you have done everything possible to be ready. By acquiring knowledge, practicing relentlessly, visualizing outcomes, planning for contingencies, maintaining physical readiness, and committing mentally, you create a foundation where calmness under pressure is inevitable. Those who master preparation do not just react, they respond with control, influence, and authority, setting themselves apart as individuals capable of navigating any challenge with grace and clarity. Breathing is one of the most powerful yet underutilized tools for acting calm under pressure. It is something we do automatically, without thought, yet it has a direct connection to the nervous system and our emotional state. When pressure hits, our breathing changes. It becomes shallow, rapid, and irregular. This type of breathing sends signals to the brain that danger is present, heightening stress and impairing clear thinking. Learning to control your breath, however, allows you to regulate your physiological and emotional responses, giving you a sense of calm and control even in the most chaotic circumstances. Intentional breathing begins with awareness. The first step is noticing when your breath has changed, when tension has risen, and when your body is signaling stress. Most people do not realize how tightly connected their emotions are to their breath. Anxiety, fear, and panic all trigger rapid, shallow breathing, and this in turn reinforces the stress response. By simply becoming aware of your breath, you interrupt this cycle. Awareness creates a pause, and this pause is critical. It gives you the opportunity to consciously choose your next action rather than reacting impulsively. Once awareness is established, the next step is regulation. Deep, controlled breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which counteracts the body's stress response and promotes relaxation. Techniques such as diaphragmatic breathing, where the breath expands the belly rather than the chest, allow oxygen to reach deeper into the body and calm the mind. Slow, deliberate inhalations followed by slow, steady exhalations signal to your nervous system that you are safe, shifting your body from a state of fight or flight to one of focus and clarity. This physiological shift has an immediate impact on your ability to think clearly, make decisions, and act with composure. Breathing also serves as an anchor for your attention. When pressure is high, the mind tends to race, jumping from one worry to another. By focusing on the rhythm and depth of your breath, you create a point of stability amid the chaos. This focus not only reduces anxiety, but also enhances mental clarity, allowing you to prioritize actions and respond effectively. It is a simple yet profound tool when everything around you feels out of control. Your breath remains entirely within your control. This realization alone can shift your mindset from panic to empowerment. Breathing can also be combined with visualization and mental reframing to increase its effectiveness. While maintaining slow, deep breaths, visualize yourself handling the situation successfully. Picture your calm demeanor, clear decision-making, and positive outcomes. This pairing strengthens neural pathways associated with composure and resilience. Over time, the body learns to associate controlled breathing with calmness, making it almost instinctive in stressful situations. In addition, breathing can improve communication under pressure. When people are anxious, their speech often becomes rushed, their tone sharp, and their words unclear. By maintaining controlled, steady breathing, your voice remains calm and confident. This not only helps convey authority, but also reassures others around you, creating a stabilizing effect within the group. Calm leaders influence calm teams, and it often starts with something as simple as a conscious breath. Practicing breathing under less stressful conditions also builds resilience. By regularly engaging in breathing exercises, meditation, or even brief mindful pauses during daily activities, you train your nervous system to respond with calmness even when the stakes are high. This practice conditions the mind and body to handle pressure effortlessly. It is not a skill that develops overnight, but one that grows through consistent repetition and awareness. Ultimately, the act of controlling your breath is a practice in self-mastery. It reminds you that no matter how extreme external circumstances become, there is always something within your control. Your breath is a gateway to clarity, composure, and presence of mind. When mastered, it becomes a powerful tool that allows you to navigate challenges with confidence, maintain focus in the face of adversity, and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Those who harness the power of breath transform high pressure moments from sources of anxiety into opportunities for decisive action, demonstrating calmness that inspires both themselves and others. Communication is one of the most powerful tools for projecting calm under pressure. How we speak, how we listen, and even how we carry ourselves sends signals not only about our own state of mind, but also about how others should respond. When you act calm in tense situations, it creates a ripple effect, influencing everyone around you to adjust their energy, focus, and behavior. Calm communication is not about being silent or suppressing emotion. It is about delivering clarity, authority, and reassurance. Even when circumstances are unpredictable, it allows you to guide situations, manage outcomes, and inspire confidence in others, all while maintaining your own composure. The first step in calm communication is intentionality. Every word, tone, and gesture conveys meaning, often more than we realize. When under pressure, many people default to rushed, reactive speech, which can amplify tension and create misunderstanding. Speaking deliberately, pausing to think before responding, and choosing your words carefully communicates that you are in control. This deliberate approach reassures others, creating a sense of stability and trust. People tend to mirror the energy they observe. So when you convey calm confidence, Those around you are more likely to respond in kind, reducing overall chaos and fostering a productive environment. Listening is equally important. Calm communication is not just about speaking, it is about understanding and connecting. When others feel heard, even in stressful situations, their anxiety diminishes. Active listening requires full presence, giving undivided attention, acknowledging concerns, and clarifying points before reacting. This practice slows down interactions, creating a space where reasoned responses replace impulsive reactions. Listening intentionally communicates empathy and control, signaling to others that challenges are manageable and that decisions are being made thoughtfully. Nonverbal communication plays a crucial role in influencing others during high-pressure moments. Body language, facial expressions, and posture all convey composure or tension. A steady gaze, relaxed shoulders, and measured gestures project confidence, even when internal pressure is high. Conversely, fidgeting, abrupt movements, or tense expressions can escalate anxiety in those around you. By mastering nonverbal cues, you provide subtle but powerful reinforcement of calmness. Others take their behavioral cues from you, so controlling these signals allows you to shape the collective mood, maintaining a calm and focused atmosphere. Clarity is another critical aspect. Pressure often clouds thinking, causing messages to become muddled or misinterpreted. When communicating under stress, prioritize simplicity and directness. State the facts, outline the next steps, and avoid unnecessary speculation. This approach not only prevents confusion, but also reduces the likelihood of reactive or emotional responses. Clear communication under pressure builds trust, establishes authority, and ensures that everyone involved understands the plan and their role in executing it. Timing and pacing also influence how your communication affects others. Speaking too quickly can create urgency and anxiety, while speaking too slowly may signal hesitation or uncertainty. Finding a balanced rhythm conveys confidence and control. Pausing before delivering key points gives listeners time to absorb information, demonstrates thoughtfulness, and allows you to respond with precision rather than reaction. This conscious control of pace reinforces calmness, making it more likely that your audience or team will remain composed and focused. Calm communication also involves managing emotional contagion. Emotions are contagious, and stress or panic can quickly spread through a group. By maintaining calm, measured communication, you act as an anchor, absorbing tension rather than transmitting it. This ability to regulate emotional energy is particularly vital for leaders, team members, or anyone responsible for guiding others during crisis. Your calm presence encourages problem solving, collaboration, and measured responses rather than reactive decisions driven by fear or frustration. Finally, consistent practice strengthens calm communication. Role-playing challenging conversations, rehearsing public speaking, or simulating high-pressure scenarios can help internalize these behaviors. Over time, deliberate calmness in communication becomes instinctive, even when stress levels are high. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes to project composure, influence others positively, and maintain control over outcomes, regardless of external chaos. Calm communication is a skill that combines intention, clarity, active listening, controlled body language, measured pacing, and emotional regulation. Mastering this skill allows you to not only maintain your own composure, but also guide the behavior and mindset of those around you. In high-pressure situations, the ability to communicate calmly is often the defining factor between escalation and resolution, confusion and clarity, panic and decisive action. Those who develop this capability elevate themselves and those around them, transforming stressful moments into opportunities for effective leadership and collective success. Pressure is often perceived as a threat, something to be feared, avoided, or endured. Yet, in reality, pressure is one of the greatest catalysts for growth and development. It is under challenging circumstances that we discover the depth of our abilities, the resilience of our character, and the limits of our potential. When we shift our mindset to view pressure as an opportunity rather than an obstacle, every stressful moment becomes a training ground for personal mastery. Acting calm under pressure is not just a skill, it is a form of learning and self-improvement, a way to stretch beyond comfort zones and emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable. Understanding this begins with reframing the meaning of pressure. Instead of seeing it as an external force imposing limits, consider it as a signal that growth is possible. Pressure exposes gaps in knowledge, skill, or preparation. These moments are uncomfortable because they push us to confront weaknesses and refine our approach. Avoidance may provide temporary relief, but it prevents progress. Embracing pressure with a constructive mindset transforms it into a teacher, revealing insights that would remain hidden in moments of ease. Every challenge becomes a lesson, and every high-stakes situation becomes a step toward mastery. Resilience is built through repeated exposure to pressure. When you face stress and navigate it successfully, you accumulate a reservoir of experience and confidence that cannot be taught through theory alone. Each high-pressure encounter strengthens your ability to remain composed and make effective decisions. Over time, situations that once felt overwhelming begin to feel manageable, and your capacity to act with calm grows exponentially. This resilience is cumulative. Every experience under pressure contributes to a mental library of strategies, responses, and lessons that you can draw upon in future challenges. Reflection is a key component of turning pressure into growth. After each stressful experience, pause to analyze what happened, what worked, and what could be improved. Ask yourself critical questions. How did I handle the situation? Where did I act out of fear or impatience? How did I maintain composure and clarity? This deliberate reflection solidifies learning and ensures that growth is intentional rather than accidental. By treating pressure as a feedback mechanism, you transform anxiety into insight and mistakes into stepping stones for improvement. Another aspect of growth under pressure is the development of adaptability. High-pressure situations rarely unfold exactly as expected. The ability to adjust your approach, pivot strategies, and respond to unforeseen changes is essential. Each encounter with uncertainty challenges your flexibility, forcing you to innovate and think creatively. When approached with the mindset of growth, these challenges are no longer threats but opportunities to expand your capabilities and discover new solutions. Adaptability becomes a skill honed through exposure to pressure, enabling you to navigate complex situations with confidence and competence. Pressure also strengthens emotional intelligence. The ability to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions and those of others becomes crucial when stakes are high. Experiencing pressure teaches patience, empathy, and self-control. You learn to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, and to influence others positively even in tense moments. Emotional growth under pressure enhances relationships, leadership, and collaboration, making you not only more effective in challenging situations, but also more aware and connected in everyday interactions. Finally, pressure cultivates self-belief and confidence. Each time you face a difficult situation and act with calm and competence, you reinforce the belief in your own abilities. This self-assurance is not arrogant, it is grounded in experience and evidence. Knowing that you have faced challenges before and navigated them successfully gives you the courage to face new pressures with composure and determination. Confidence under pressure is a direct byproduct of repeated engagement, reflection, and growth. When we embrace pressure as a vehicle for growth, stress transforms from a threat into an opportunity. It becomes a force that refines our skills, expands our emotional resilience, enhances our adaptability, and strengthens our confidence. Every high-pressure moment, every unexpected challenge, and every difficult decision is a chance to practice calmness, improve performance, and build character. Those who master this perspective do not merely survive under pressure, they evolve through it, turning adversity into a platform for excellence, learning, and lifelong growth. Mastering the art of acting calm under pressure is not about avoiding challenges or pretending that stress doesn't exist. It is about developing the mindset, skills, and habits that allow you to respond thoughtfully, confidently, and effectively when the stakes are highest. It begins with your mindset, choosing to see pressure as an opportunity rather than a threat, and recognizing that your response is always within your control. It is strengthened through preparation, rehearsing, and visualizing your responses so that calmness becomes almost instinctive. It is reinforced by the power of your breath, using each inhalation and exhalation to regulate your emotions and maintain clarity. It is expressed through calm, intentional communication, influencing others and creating stability even in the most chaotic moments. And it is magnified when you embrace pressure as a force for growth, using every challenge to refine your skills, build resilience, and expand your capacity to lead and perform under stress. When these principles come together, acting calm under pressure transforms from a rare talent into a reliable, practiced skill. You do not just survive high-pressure situations, you thrive in them. You inspire confidence in others, make better decisions, and grow stronger with every challenge. The next time pressure rises, remember that calmness is a choice, a skill, and a practice. It is a reflection of preparation, awareness, and intention. By committing to mastering this art, you take control of the moments that define your success, turning stress into opportunity and challenges into platforms for your greatest achievements.